Welcome to the PD Pet Care Vlogs. I'm Dr Cath Watson and this is Flash. And today we're going to talk about clipping cats' toenails and give you a wee demonstration. There's a bunch of reasons that you might want to clip your cat's nails. The most common would be in older cats who are not so good at using scratching posts and trees and that sort of thing anymore to help their nails shed and keep them nice and short. The other reason is if you've got an indoor cat or even a cat who lives outside as well but really likes destroying your furniture. So being able to trim their toenails and keep them a wee bit shorter so that they can't do the damage to your furniture, or even if they're living with elderly people where skin's really thin and a little bit of damage to their skin can create quite a lot of blood. Cats' toenails not hugely different from dogs' toenails in terms of the actual clipping of them, but there are a couple of differences you should be aware of. So the first is that on the front feet of cats, their claws are retractable. So that means they can pull them back and push them out when they want to use them. So that means when you want to go and clip their toenails, being able to push the toes out is the first step you need to do. So just gently, with your fingers on the pad underneath and on the bone on the toes on the top, push the toenail out so you can see it, and then you can see it retracts back there again. So just out and back, out and back. So you don't generally need to do that with the back feet. You're going to show off your toes, although you often do still need to push them out a wee bit. Back feet are usually much less of an issue for cats unless they're an older cat, and then what happens because they're not using scratching posts as much, they don't shed those layers. So that's the other big difference between cats and dogs, is that their toenails will come off in layers. So you find when you trim them, there might be some flaky bits that come off it as well. That's really normal. And same thing when you see them having used a scratching post, there might be some what looks like shells of nails there, and that's exactly what it is. It's just the outside layer of the nail. If you're trimming toenails because you're wanting to protect elderly skin or furniture, that sort of thing, then obviously they are going to want to go and scratch and sharpen those nails up again, because from a cat's point of view, being able to grab hold of things, having those nails sharp is really important. They're not going to be as effective climbing trees, so making sure you provide a scratching post for them to keep those nails healthy, and from a behavioural point of view, really important that they can do that. That's part of normal cat behaviour, so providing something appropriate for them to do it on. When it comes to actually trimming the nails, showing you just need to push that nail out. After that, most cat nails are easy enough to see where the quick is, so that's the nail bed, that's the part that's going to bleed if you cut it. So what you're aiming to do is cut the nails just past the junction of that little pinkish piece to where the nails get really skinny, and you're just taking those tips off to reduce how sharp they are. For older cats it may be less obvious because there's those extra layers on there, so just taking a few millimetres off the end, and then often you can just flake off the rest with your own fingers and peel back until you can actually see that nice sharp skinny piece, and that's the piece you're trying to trim back. If you've got any concerns about doing it, particularly in older cats, sometimes those nails will grow around into pads, then my suggestion would be take your cat into your veterinarian or veterinary nurse and get them to show you how to do it, so that you can see what that process is to try and get those flaky bits out of the way while you're cutting those nails much shorter than what they were. So by all means, go and give it a go. The other thing I should say is that in most cases with cats, you will need someone to hold the cat and another person to cut them, unless you've got a really compliant cat. It's often not a job I'd recommend trying to do on your own.